The new Mustang showed for the first time today.
On top of the Empire State.
It would become the car of the decade.
The ultimate sports car.
Only Mustang makes it happen.
The Shelby Mustang GT.
The 1968 Mustang stars in Steve McQueen's Bullet.
We have a liftoff.
A great new era is just beginning.
Mustang, #1 for 1970.
Carnelli Jones wins in a Mustang box. They have become known as muscle cars, and Mustang is king.
So baby, I got news for you. I wanna do this on my own.
America's challenge to the great European road cars.
Introducing the exciting new Cobra 2 that curves like a snake.
We have come a long way.
In my hometown.
A sports car for the 80s.
(1983). The boss is back.
America's most popular sports car.
Not car phones, street phones.
The new Mustang GT with its unmistakable new body.
But there's one thing about Mustang that will never change.
1993 will be the last of the Mustang Fox body.
Mustang has debuted its first major redesign in 15 years.
It is called Internet, like a superhighway.
Bring on the next shot.
Happy 2000!
Ford Motor Company is celebrating its 100-year anniversary. The 2007 Shelby GT 500.
Mustang has been the star of over 300 films and counting.
It's the best sports car ever made, period. Every time we unveil a Mustang, the stakes are raised.
Just like it was back in 1964.
Stop till we're legend.
50 years of pure passion.
Ford Mustang has become the most Instagrammed car in the world.
Stop till we're legend.
Oh my God! Ford's 1000th NASCAR win!
Mustang is now the best-selling sports coupe in the world.
Everyone is wondering, what's next for Mustang?
All good? Bill, what does Mustang stand for?
Well,
The new Mustang, which Ford Motor Company showed for the first time today.
car looks great.
Thanks.
America's most popular sports car.
Mustangs to me mean power and excitement. You know, we talk about sheer looks, people eyeballing you going down the road, girls always, you know, waving and things like that when you're a young man.
When I drive by in one of my Mustangs, I get thumbs up from everybody. It's really cool.
This car is my baby, and it's not going anywhere ever. Ever. Like, I'll live in it if I have to.
It's the best sports car ever made, period.
Discovering the movie Bullet when I was in high school really cemented that that is the signature car, right? It's everything that I thought a car should be. See what I mean?
It feels like you're a superhero.
Everyone is wondering, what's next for Mustang?
I've read about the Mustang having electrification capabilities.
Oh, wow.
You want to hear that horsepower?
Yeah, well, maybe to the newer generation, it'll be a wing.
It needs not to lose what it is.
This is a pivotal moment in time to be in the car industry. This isn't like a little thing. This is a monstrous change in dynamics of cars.
We are all trying to figure out how to be more environmentally friendly.
But we're also planning for a very different future, ultimately autonomous driving. But on that journey is electrification.
There are so many factors that's making the shift to electrification not a question of if, it's a question of when.
Almost 100 years ago, Henry Ford himself was looking at electrified as a technology.
Our first generation battery electric vehicle started its life as a product that we needed to do to be compliant in the zero emission state, the green states, if you will.
Initially, it was all about range and it was all about just being green.
The team was trying to show to the customers that we have this incredible technical capability.
It was going to be a great battery electric vehicle, but it wasn't going to be an emotional heartbeat. It was just a car.
And when I first saw it, that's the very reason why I said, oh boy, Houston, we have a problem. The vehicle looked like a science project.
I thought to myself, who's going to want to buy this car?
It wasn't exactly an SUV. It wasn't exactly a sedan.
When I came into the role as CEO, the electrification had stalled in the company. We tore up the existing prototype. We said, we want to start over. Ford stands for much more than just meeting kind of environmental regulations. We put everyone in one agile group, and we said, bring us lots of prototypes. It was about unleashing the passion and creativity of people who wanted to interpret something so new that it was actually risky.
Team Edison was this brilliant idea of create a company within a company, a small, coordinating, visionary force to create aspirational product.
The best way of increasing electric car take-up in the world is to make things that people really want.
We know customers, they're looking for a guilt-free transportation with iconic design that can represent themselves.
We needed to do something that was going to be state-of-the-art, cutting edge, and exciting.
We wanted to deliver something that was magical.
And then we started to ask ourselves, what would get people excited about an electric product?
And it was actually Jim Farley who suggested, what if we made it a Mustang?
I'll never forget the first time my father brought home the Mustang. I was 6. I just remember thinking it was the coolest thing I'd ever seen.
My first Mustang was a 69 Mach 1.
My father bought a 1964 and a half 289. My 2 sisters also had Mustangs, so it's a family affair.
I got my first Mustang before I could even drive.
My Mustang is everything to me.
I grew up in Vietnam, and my first image of a Mustang was everything that I thought was great about America.
It means iconic. It means stylish.
You can feel the power, hear the noise, and squeal the tires. Just makes you feel good.
Feel you get while you're driving down the road, and people just like look at you and they're like, that's a Mustang, and you're like, that's my Mustang.
Mustang means driving really fast on the highway, listening to some really loud music.
It's about power. It's about performance.
It's the just incredible.
It's an original. It's an American original.
You could remove all the badging and blindfold somebody until they get in the car, and they could drive down the road and know it's a Mustang.
It needs the attitude of a Mustang, the feeling of when you're driving it.
How do we capture that in the form of a utility vehicle with a drive system that's all electric?
It will be a big challenge.
We pulled in everybody we could find, all different designers, different ages, different experiences, and said, what if that was Mustang?
It was really a mandate of show us what you've got.
Everybody from every studio around the world sketched day and night, trying to come up with better concepts than what we had. It was nuts.
The designers, they were all just super excited. It's like you were almost inventing as you were going.
It's amazing how things started to happen quickly.
This is a huge difference from the other companies. To take your most cherished icons and to ensconce them in the electrification vision, it's unheard of.
This is where the journey starts to become difficult. How close to Mustang should it be? Do we put a pony on it? Do we call it a Mustang? Is it a close cousin? Is it a sibling?
It was exhilarating, but it also scared the shit out of me because you are messing with the crown jewels.
Consumers from one of our research clinics was saying, Are you guys crazy?
The heart of the company's on trial here because that brand is so precious, it means so much to everyone, and it has a very high standard of performance.
I was absolutely adamant that it not be a Mustang because, to me, it couldn't possibly deliver upon the Mustang promise. When I saw that it was going to be an SUV, I really dug my heels in.
Mustangs are 2 doors, not 4. They're a coupe, not an SUV. And we were doing a 4-door SUV electric. Holy cow, right?
And this is where the magic happens. This is the spirit of Ford.
Well, once I started to look at the prototypes of this idea, I knew we had lightning in a bottle.
You could see already from that first clay that this could be something really, really unique.
The design team did an amazing job with it, and all of a sudden it started to make sense to me. If we actually want to be proud of this vehicle and everything it can do, we ought to call it Mustang.
Well, now we had made the decision, so we have to deliver on it.
We were literally tasked with, you guys need to change the future trajectory of Ford. You guys need to create a new icon.
I think everyone's first fear is Ford's taking away the coupe. We're not. The coupe's there. This is a new horse to the stable.
That really lit a fire under us because it's one thing to have a little bit of a design language. It's another thing to say that it's wearing the pony.
You can put the Mustang emblem on anything and people will know what it is, on hats, shirts, because that emblem is legendary.
The minute we called it a Mustang, everybody redoubled effort. Here's what I could bring to this. This is what more I could do. Please, can we do this? We started with the exterior.
When you think of all the classic cues and styling of the different Mustangs through the years.
The long hood, the muscular haunches, the lines that cut through almost like tendons and muscle.
It's imprinted on your brain.
You need that sweeping roof line, the tri-bar lamps. All of that is there, but done in a really modern, really fluid, unique way.
It's just got that powerful look to it, you know? It looks like it's moving when it's standing still.
And then we progressed to the interior and we said the same thing. How much influence should it have from historic Mustangs? And how much should it be 1 foot in the future?
So striking that balance was one of the most difficult things for the entire team. The exterior has to be instantly recognizable as a Mustang, but on the interior of the vehicle, we wanted to signal that this is new. This is the future.
So Mustang is the feel of the leather steering wheel in your hands. It's the smell of the interior.
Mustang brings that passion, that power to a segment that's super, super boring. And I want it to be a spaceship. I want it to be something that no one's ever seen or experienced before. Mustang is a me car. It's about me, it's indulgence. This is a we car. You want to experience these things together with your family, your spouse. And so we wanted the interior to be an open, spacious feeling, but still have the key lines that make it a Mustang.
You know, a lot of people hit an age where they love Mustangs, but they also have children, and it's not the most practical choice for them. So this vehicle, you can put your family in it. It's going to be great.
So our team works through listening to customers and really working with the product development team on how to get this combined in a way that really meets customers' expectations.
We don't want it to be a science project. Our direction went more towards creating that iconic Mustang product, really deep diving into the heritage of Mustang color and materials.
So we went through like every finish you could possibly think of because it's the combination between like futuring it and making it electric, but also you gotta keep it Mustang.
Electrification is so much more than an electric motor. It allows us to remix what a car is. This product is going to be like a technology tour de force. So that's what customers want.
Our challenge was how do we combine technology with this iconic American muscle car and have it actually fit together.
We want to interpret technology in new human ways, not just for the whiz-banging part of it, but the way people will love to use it.
We were considering that this would be the most connected vehicle ever. All of the ecosystem that you carry with your mobile phone inside the car. You have all these other accounts, so why would you even bother not having your Ford account connected to you everywhere you go?
Just like you update your phone, we can update the car. This is a whole new interface for people to interact with their cockpit.
It basically adapts to your behaviors and keeps making it easier and easier for you to use and reach the things that you love.
We had some of the most talented people on the planet, but I don't think anybody could have imagined when we first started where we were going to end up.
You know, a year out, your vehicle will be different. It'll be better than what you had when you bought it.
Everyone knows the sound of a Mustang. This doesn't have that. So what are you going to do?
So we asked ourselves at first, what should it sound like? And came out pretty quickly, authenticity is key. So we started to use VR tools and sound tools and studio tools so that you could immerse yourself in what this car could be, because it will have a unique sound that emanates from the vehicle.
Once you hit trigger drive, the vehicle is going to start coming at you. It'll stop next to you.
It's more pleasing, and with the character of the car, it's more fitting. Outstanding, fantastic, love it. Thank you, guys.
Expectations with any car wearing the Mustang badge are going to be big. Every Mustang's better than the last, more powerful, more aggressive, more of what diehard Mustang customers really, really love. This is something very different.
Can't lose the heritage, can't lose the style.
It's got to be fun to drive, it's got to be eye-catching, and most of all, it's got to go like hell.
Electric vehicles are way faster than gas-powered vehicles. They could make that car really go if they really wanted to.
We actually sized the high-voltage battery and the motor to meet the performance targets. It's amazing how fast it drives.
Aerodynamics is extremely, extremely important on this vehicle. So we're really working to drive the drag as low as possible to enable better range while still allowing it to look great.
We are bringing performance and environmental friendliness together in one vehicle in a way that we've never been able to do before.
Once we convinced ourselves analytically that we had all of the ingredients to deliver the spirit of Mustang, we needed to test.
When you're developing an all-new vehicle, you have to go and torture these things in a way that would just blow most people's minds. But they have to be robust, it has to be real, and it has to be able to wear the pony. I flew down to North Carolina where we have a simulator, and I said to the team, this is a Mustang, it better drive like one.
That was a huge, huge moment for the program team.
When I got out of the simulator, everyone was waiting to hear what I was going to say. And I looked at the entire team and I said, it's not a Mustang. And you could just almost feel the air leave the room with the gasps and just people just thinking, what did he just say?
You could see the team was now in a, almost I would call it tizzy, because nobody would have expected.
We said, guys, we have all of the fundamentals in place, but it was all about the fine-tuning. We have to go back and make this a Mustang.
I sat down with Ron and I said, we have to add more. We have to add more performance.
We need to relook at every single element.
And we literally went through and did a side-by-side comparison to say, does this pass the litmus test of living up to Mustang credentials?
We worked in virtual space with our models, then we went up north and tested our physical prototypes. We took the base car out to the track and we knew we had something special.
You push on the accelerator pedal and it's instant thrill. And it was at that point I said, we've got it. We really've got it.
I went back down and I re-drove what was now going to be the Mustang. It was awesome.
We held a huge event with everybody who is a key stakeholder in Mustang together.
Thousands of people working on this. And it comes to a moment where there's three of us staring at it, and we look at each other and we go, we are ready to go.
The reaction that car got was unbelievable.
This is a perfect combination of both worlds, a high-tech vehicle with iconic design.
The combination of that technology with emotion, with Detroit swagger.
This vehicle will surprise people. And after 40 years at this company, I got to tell you, I'm thrilled.
The vehicle is going to be called the Mustang Mach-E. Mustang means American freedom and independence of spirit, and Mach means fast. It's an E, good for everybody.
This is 1,000% a Mustang.
It's an incredible Mustang.
It's a new pony in the stable.
We're starting to move more and more away from internal combustion engines. People have to embrace that. And embracing it in an electric Mustang is better than embracing it in no Mustang.
Mustang's going to continue to change and continue to be the car that we all know and love.
I think the Mustang name is going to go forever. Probably has spacecrafts riding around and say Mustang on it.
Should have seen this coming. A stampede unleashed 55 years ago. An icon built for freedom, the open road, power, and rebellion. And just when you think you know where they're going, they do something unexpected.
Something that moves us all forward.
And holds nothing back. The all-electric Mustang Mach-E.
The newest member of the family.
What we're trying to do with the simulator is give the experience of what an electric vehicle can be.
All set to switch.
An electric vehicle has amazing acceleration. People instantly can feel the difference between a normal vehicle and an EV.
That was awesome.
I said to the team, this is a Mustang. It better drive like one.
We want to ensure we have that driving fun in the vehicle and freedom on the track. It
has great directional control, tremendous feedback.
Good ride, great steering.
A battery electric vehicle can totally deliver the excitement on the road.
I don't think anyone's expecting an electric vehicle that'll be this good to drive.
It's easy to charge your Mustang Mach-E while away from home thanks to these convenient options. Through your vehicle's Sync 4A with enhanced voice recognition system, you can locate charging stations along your route simply by saying, "Find the nearest charging station." The system will locate all public charging stations near you. Then, you can filter the results to find stations that are a part of the Ford Pass charging network or to find DC fast chargers. We'll get back to DC fast chargers, but first, let's talk about the charging network. The Ford Pass charging network gives you access to the largest public charging network in North America offered by automotive manufacturers. Your access includes other charging networks like Electrify America, Greenlots, and more. And when you activate your Ford Pass charging connected services, you'll receive 2 years of complimentary access to pay-as-you-go charging on the network, which gives you access to over 13,500 public charging stations across North America. And that network keeps growing. In addition, the Ford Pass charging network includes access to DC fast charging stations, where charging can take minutes instead of hours. For example, if your Mustang Mach-E is equipped with the extended range battery and rear-wheel drive, charging at a DC fast charging station will add an estimated 61 miles of range in approximately 10 minutes. Another feature of your Sync 4A system and the Ford Pass app is called Power My Trip. It helps you pre-plan your route and locates the fastest and most convenient charging stations along the way. It can also tell you the price and power level of charges and the availability of charging plugs. Even better, you can save your trips in the Ford Pass app and through your Sync 4A system for future use. One more thing, if you happen to run out of charge, all electric roadside assistance from Ford will flat tow your vehicle within a 35-mile radius to either your home, the nearest public charger, or an EV-certified Ford dealership. Any questions? Go to owner.ford.com. Your Mustang Mach-E is designed with our latest electric vehicle technology to give you the exhilarating performance you expect from a Mustang through the torque of an all-electric powertrain. But did you know that you can conveniently charge your vehicle at home and schedule charge times? Let me explain. Your Mustang Mach-E comes with the Ford Mobile Charger, which is compatible with standard 120-volt outlets just about anywhere, and also with 240-volt outlets. When plugged into a standard 120-volt outlet, your vehicle will charge at a rate of about 3 miles per charging hour. With a 240-volt outlet, you'll get about 21 miles per charging hour. For a faster charging experience, you can have the 48-amp Ford Connected Charge Station installed by a certified electrician inside the garage or on an exterior wall of your home. As a matter of fact, a Ford Connected Charge Station can charge your battery from 0 to 100% in approximately 10 hours. That's an estimated 30 miles per charging hour. Did you know that you can even schedule charging? This feature allows you to potentially save money and charge during non-peak hours when your Mustang Mach-E is not in use. Scheduled charging can be set up in your Sync 4A system and in the Ford Pass app. On your screen, touch the Mustang Mach-E icon, then Settings, then Charge. You can check the charge status here. To schedule charging, press here to edit charging locations. Press here to add a new location, or here to edit an existing location. Set the name of the location and the maximum charging level and press Next. Then set your preferred charging times. You can even program your preferred departure times and comfort settings. Back at the charge screen, press here to do so. Setting a departure time allows your vehicle to minimize electricity costs but still prioritize finishing charging by the time you need to leave. Setting cabin temperature allows your vehicle to use energy from the source it's plugged into for heating and cooling your vehicle, instead of using energy from the battery. This helps maximize your driving range. Any questions? Go to owner.ford.com. Your Mustang Mach-E is equipped with an intelligent, electronically controlled door latch system called E-Latch. A button located on each door releases the door latch. Here's how it works. With your key fob on hand or phone as a key, simply push the button to activate E-Latch. Doing so will cause the door to unlatch and pop open slightly. A convenient pull handle just below the button is there to assist with opening the front door. Simply pull the handle to open it all the way. To open the rear doors, press the button on the door. The door will unlatch and open slightly. Then, simply pull the door open the rest of the way using the grab pad on the inside of the door. Once any door is open, it will not close again until it has been open all the way, so there's no need to worry about pinched fingers. To exit the vehicle from inside, simply pull the lever on the armrest. The door will unlatch so you can swing it open the rest of the way with ease. A few more things to know. If you lose electrical power and need to enter the vehicle, there are 2 power points in the front lower grille that allow you to attach jumper cables. With the cables connected, the front trunk will pop open so you can access the battery and charge it. Once the battery is charged, you'll have the power necessary to use the E-latches and open the doors. If you have a depleted battery or lose electrical power while inside the vehicle and are unable to use the E-latch, just pull the lever on the armrest all the way and the door will open. Any questions? Go to owner.ford.com. To continue driving you forward, your connected Mustang Mach-E handles software and feature updates seamlessly. Let me explain. Through the Ford Connected Cloud service, over-the-air updates are delivered directly to your vehicle via the onboard modem or Wi-Fi. These automatic updates are defaulted to on when your vehicle is delivered, and this is the fastest, easiest way to complete installations. Some updates will happen in the background while you're driving. Non-drivable updates require your Mustang Mach-E to be turned off for a short period of time. If your vehicle is being driven when a non-drivable update is scheduled, the system will not update and the installation will be postponed. You'll see an Update Unsuccessful icon on the Sync touchscreen status bar, and you can tap that icon for details. For both drivable and non-drivable installations, when you restart your vehicle after a successful update, you'll see a Software Install Successful icon, which you can tap for more information. To be sure your Mustang Mach-E is always up to date, you can set a recurring schedule so the updates will occur when you don't need to be driving. Touch Schedule Updates, then choose your preferred days and times and press Continue. System updates can also be taken care of at your Ford dealership, but keeping the default automatic updates switched to on is the easiest, fastest way to help ensure a seamless driving experience. Any questions? Go to owner.ford.com. Your Ford Mustang Mach-E is equipped with Sync 4A with enhanced voice recognition and connected built-in navigation, the latest technology to help make your travels a bit easier. Let me explain. The updated navigation system is cloud-connected, which allows for up-to-date traffic and road conditions as well as current charging station information. All the relevant information you need is at your fingertips on the 15.5-inch portrait-style LCD touchscreen. Plus, improved conversational voice recognition allows for smarter searches. You can ask for directions or search for points of interest, POI, like find Italian restaurants on my route. You can add your home and work addresses and then say navigate to work. And you can say find the nearest charging station. The Sync 4A system will locate compatible public charging stations, including DC fast chargers. The Ford Pass Power My Trip feature takes it a step further. Available with your Sync 4A system and on the Ford Pass app, it helps you plan your route and locates charging stations along the way. It also delivers the latest charging station information when available, including cost, power level, ratings from other customers, and real-time availability of charging stations. Even better, you can save your trips in the Ford Pass app or through your Sync 4A system for future use. Any questions? Go to owner.ford.com. Your Mustang Mach-E offers selectable drive mode experiences to fit your driving mood. Let me show you. To set your desired mode, use the standard 15.5-inch center touchscreen and touch the Mustang Mach-E icon in the top left corner, here. It'll automatically default to the control screen, and drive modes will be highlighted. From here, you can select Engage, where the ambient lighting is set to soft blue, and you'll enjoy a balance of excitement, comfort, and convenience, with in-vehicle sounds to enhance the experience. Whisper delivers a calm driving experience with gradual acceleration and a relaxed steering feel. The interior sound is turned off and the ambient lighting is blue. Or choose Unbridled mode for increased throttle response, a sporty steering feel, orange ambient lighting, and enhanced driving sounds for that exhilarating Mustang experience. In Whisper and Unbridled modes, you'll notice that the 10-inch digital cluster display reacts to your acceleration, braking, and handling. Whichever mode you select, all three modes are equally energy efficient. You can also choose the one-pedal driving feature, which allows you to control vehicle speed with the accelerator pedal, and reduces the need to use the brake pedal to slow the vehicle down. Instead, the vehicle slows down as you lift your foot from the accelerator pedal. This is most useful in stop-and-go traffic. To activate one-pedal driving, touch the Mustang Mach-E icon in the upper left corner of your touchscreen. Then, from the Drive Mode screen, slide the button to turn it on. It's that simple. Keep in mind that until you turn them off, Drive Experience modes and one-pedal driving will remain on each time you start the vehicle. Any questions? Go to owner.ford.com.
There's certain conditions that you can only really achieve in wintertime, right? Slippery roads, icy conditions. So unless you actually subject a vehicle to those conditions, you never really know how it's going to behave. We're currently finishing up all of our fine-tuning. We finally have everything in the right place at the right time, and every single one of those things can affect all-wheel drive performance. People don't think about electric vehicles in winter because there really isn't an electric vehicle out there that satisfies the needs of an all-wheel drive SUV in winter. And the Mach-E, for the first time, really does satisfy those needs. The all-wheel drive's ability to adapt to changing conditions. That means that if you happen to be in a higher grip condition, like on a highway or something, you have all that acceleration. But as soon as you turn off of that highway onto a snow-covered road, you have the control that you would expect.
I mean, it gets real cold here, right? It's extreme, and no matter how we stress the battery pack with cold temperatures, this vehicle's able to perform. Our teams have worked to have this tight coordination between the brake controls and all-wheel drive and propulsion controls. And snow, slippery surfaces, the vehicle tracks amazing in all environments.
Before we started this program, we drove every one of the competitive products that are out there. And we immediately began to notice that there was a lot of opportunity for improvement. We've continued to improve the Mach-E along the way so that it will be one of the best electric vehicles out there.
I mean, it blows you away how this car accelerates in the snow.
We've got something that anybody can get behind the wheel of it and immediately be surprised at how well it performs. They'll get behind the wheel and they'll know that there's just something different about it. And I don't think they're ever going to be disappointed. We've got 2 weeks left of winter development and we're finishing up a few things, but I'm really excited about where the car is and I just can't wait to see what people think of it.
They're going to be so impressed with how the vehicle drives, with the space they have, with seeing it in their driveway, showing it to their families. It's going to be pretty awesome.